All right, so it's Monday. It is Monday. Okay. Let me talk it all through what happened yesterday. So as y'all know, I was in that short. Um, I was in this short right here. I don't know. I entered at this high. Somewhere around here. I moved my stop to break even. TP was down here, right? Crazy risk to reward. Genuinely had no reason to close this trade. But I did close it only because of the fact, with my prop firm, I can't make too much money on one trade per se. So what I would have done if I had more capital, I'm keeping the trade on and I'm looking to re-enter, because once I saw price get here, this 3,300 area, I saw hesitation. Once I saw this closure of a candlestick that equated essentially this equal close below the 3,300, I had a feeling we were going to go up at least to retrace to 3,325. What I normally would have done right here, price started hesitating. I don't know if you guys could see. Or it was right here. Price started hesitating. Had a little trash resistance box drawn here. I don't know why I drew that. Anyways, what I would have done, I would have entered for a sell here. Then I would have got frustrated with myself, right? Been like, dang, got stopped out. But no, what I waited for was I entered for a pending trade right here. Entered for a pending trade at the 33.25 as I expected price to retrace here. We see when price dropped down first. This was the first leg it made. Copy and paste this right here. I anticipated price to get to around this area. Had my stop loss up here somewhere. Now that I'm looking back at it, I don't know if my stop was ever touched. I'm quite confident it was though, because my stop was touched. It was like right here. So I had my stop right there. TP here. Once I saw price head right here on this close, I exited, and I'm like, all right, we broke structure right here. What should I do, bro? We broke structure right here. This lower high broke it. What should I do? Enter for a buy. I entered for a buy right here, but I exited at break even. Why did I do that? I scaled out, told myself, relax. It's I had to relax. I had to stick to my play. I had to stick to my bias. I had a bias that price was shorting. Price was going to go down, so I have to stick by that. And for me to stick by that, I had to be patient. And I was patiently waiting for an opportunity to sell, the correct opportunity. I'm looking for an A+ setup, because the one thing I noticed about my trading, the only way I lose, the main thing that eats away at my profits are my small losses that stack up. $100, 10 of those, $1,000 right there. So my small losses will stack up against me. I had a bias. Price was going to come down, retrace, and then push down. Now, it could have came down here and then pushed up off this mini trend line, but it broke through it. Strongly broke through it off the opening of Asian session. So I'm anticipating price is going to continue down. My bias is price is probably going to get all the way down here. Probably going to move my take profit to down here. This is the last place price stopped at, besides here. But if I had more capital, I'd take. Actually, no. I'm just gonna let the trade rock to 32.75. But I saw price get here. And I scaled down to the 15-minute. I'm looking for entries. So I see price create a lower high here. Peaked here, came down, lower high. The strong bearish candlestick right here, entered off of that, entered right there off the close of that, and price has really been just going down ever since. So Right now, I'm just holding. I'm holding until 32.75. Honestly, I do feel like we'll get there. Definitely gonna get there. Last leg price made before retracing was like this type of move, so we might even see price get even way farther down than that. And this was a what, Friday, basically 1 day move, but this was also NFP. So, and the last move before that, all the way down here, straight to this area. So I'm just playing it by ear, seeing what price does. I'm not gonna let little fake outs, take me out of the trade, right? Like this little candlestick here, I'm not gonna let it sway me into changing my whole bias. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I'm content with getting stopped out. I've accepted my risk. I'm okay with losing this trade, but I do want to win this trade, So I'm content with losing, but I'm confident in the trade. Confident in my bias, my analysis. I waited for a good entry and I got my entry, the entry I wanted. And I'm going to let price play out to as far as it wants to, right? It came up to retrace. Now price has no reason not to continue down. Of course, US sentiment also plays a part. Look at the DXY. Also, the DXY I've had bullish bias towards. Get a higher low of the 4 hour. I have no reason to believe price isn't going to continue pushing down. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to touch this trade. I've been taking less trades. Ever since yesterday, I took like 5 trades. In the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot. I would have took 12 trades a few weeks ago, but I'm becoming more aware. I'll say aware. I finished reading The Best Losers Win, and I'm learning to just trying to get a sample size of trades, right? Just imagining that I only have 20 trades left of the month. I want to take the best, highest quality trades where if I lose, I'm of course going to be content with losing, but if I lose, I'm going to be confused why I lost. I'm going to be confused as to, I'm not going to be confused actually. I'm going to be certain that the market isn't going down. If I get stopped out, I want to be certain, all right, price is not doing this, That's the type of loss I want to take. I don't want to take a loss where I'm like, dang, I lost, but price may continue going down. Let me look for a re-entry. I want to enter at a point and have a stop loss where if I get out of this trade, I'm looking for the other side. If I see price break structure, I'm looking for price to continue up at this point. So that's what I'm looking for with gold. And yeah, that's basically it. Gonna record tomorrow, see what's popping. Yeah.